Greetings. It is me again, your host, Chantel Sear Tisha Kim, coming to you live on location, tapping into this universal energy of the collective consciousness, talking about love. What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? It's all about loving on you. Loving on you unconditionally.
New text message from TJ Jackson.
Loving on yourself unconditionally so that you can truly get what you have been sent to receive. Welcome in. I am here as your holistic self-care coach and soul guide, coming into you live from the streets, y'all. We on the streets today. This week has been all about loving on me in ways that I never imagined were possible. In the simple things, you guys, in the simple ways, and that was by utilizing my breath. As you have all known, I work with individuals to really begin to find their true identity, regulate their nervous system, and truly begin to connect with their own divine self. So this week, hence the days that were missed, but I'm still starting from day 196, where I left off, was my certification. I had to work at certifying myself in the embodiment of my own regulation. So I had to regulate myself in a way of loving on myself. So this candid conversation tonight is all about how do you love on you. Welcome, Kansas. Welcome, Bella. Welcome into the room. Let's chat a bit as we reflect on what does it mean to show your self-love? And that is, what does self-love look like to you? Does it look like, spending time getting your pedicure, getting your manicure? Does it involve, taking a spiritual bath? Does it involve having clear boundaries and clear routines for your life in how you show up? Is it about honoring your truth, speaking your truth in that space of love for yourself first? As my book, Embracing the Queen Within, talks about, that was the rites of passage that I went on with Queen Afua, where I first began to really understand who I am, who I am, and how do I show up in the world to hold a frequency of love. Because I found out a long time ago that I was created in divine love. As I have dabbled in with, sacred plant medicine, utilizing visualization and meditation to connect with my own universal higher self, my God self, the creator God, and my ancestors, and supporting benevolent spirits on the other side, I have truly began to understand where this love comes from and how I have been sent as a divine demonstrator of just how deep that love can go. If you are not able to show up for you in a space of love, you can't expect anyone to love you. You have to show up in that energy, in that frequency, in that vibration of love for yourself first. Give thanks for the love, give thanks for the likes. And as I finally completed my very intense certification in this conscious connected breath healing practice, I will be able to utilize this to help others begin to get loved up. So this is definitely in alignment with the frequency of I am divine love, and I am divine love expressed. It's very important to know how love shows up for you. And it starts with, how do you show up for you? Are you showing up for yourself in ways that you feel grounded, that you feel rooted, that you feel that you are supported in your life experience? As I ponder about the world of the matrix, or the world outside of the world that we find ourselves in, you know, whether it be an illusion or whether it be your reality, we are all consciously creating this experience. But there is a lot of heaviness here. There is a lot of struggle here. There is a lot of low vibrational energy that is the overall program of this world. I'm reminded of the scripture that says, be in the world, but not of the world. And this is a very important scripture. I don't know if you're religious or if you listen to the scripture, but just ponder with me for a moment. Being in the world, but not of the world. In an energy of love, because there's really two frequencies here. We have the love frequency and we have the fear frequency. The fear frequency is the frequency of the world. Be afraid, be ye afraid, be afraid of everything. Be afraid of what other people think. Be afraid of what you may lose. Be afraid of what you don't even know. Be afraid. And in that vibration of fear, we are easily swayed, easily moved into the corral of control. So think about that. How free are you in your expression of life? I know we have all kinds of things that separate, that divide, that make us feel different ways. But how you truly see yourself, how you truly embody the love frequency, allows you to truly transform the world around you. You see? If I had my bell, I would ring it. But as we get back to loving on you, that is the frequency of being in the world and not of it. We are all creating a world inside of us, outside of us, and connecting with all things around us. So as you begin to see that everything is here to serve you, to partner with you, to create with you, and to help you expand your awareness of yourself, you begin to figure out the hidden gems of the matrix, the hidden gems that allow us to unplug and to truly plug into source energy from above. And that means always seeking the highest expression of love in every situation. It's not about, well, I'll change when the world changes. No, you have to change first. The moment you begin to change, everything else around you shows up to support you. That has been my experience. That has been my conscious awareness. As I've been really crafting a life for myself in the midst of trauma, in the midst of grief, in the midst of hurt and pain, but choosing to continue to rise to the highest expression, the highest vibration, the highest being of love that I can imagine. And I've seen how the universe is truly supporting me in that journey of expansion, of love, of creation. And now I get the opportunity to hold space in another way to help others begin to embody this get loved up frequency. When we hold the frequency of love, fear cannot abide there. When you hold the frequency of love, lack cannot abide there. When you hold the frequency of how good can it get, everything truly does begin to get better. So this conscious connected breath that we teach in this embodied breath practice, I'm telling y'all, it is transformative. It will begin to transform you from the inside out. This past week for me has been so enlightening of my mind, of my body, of my spirit, as I began to release even the things that I didn't know I was still holding. But understand that hurt, pain, sorrow, it begins to embody your being, stored in your DNA, stored in your joints, in your ligaments, stored in the muscles of your body. And you may not even know it's there. But beginning to be one with your breath really does shift you into a higher vibration of love. So be on the lookout as I will be sharing this with my community. I will be sharing this with my individuals that I'm coaching. I will be sharing this across the platform of my YouTube page as well. Understanding that, you know what? Each and every time different, it shifts the frequency that you are holding, the frequency that you are emitting, and the frequency that you are radiating. So the more you can embody your true authentic self, what lights you up? What do you see for your life? Are you working with universal law to begin to maneuver and navigate your experience, aligning your wheel with the wheels within? These are portals, these are gateways, and today is a galactic activation portal day. So enter me. You know, this is one of the things that I've learned along my journey, that not only am I a mouthpiece for the Most High, I am also the embodiment of all that I desire, all that I can hope for, all that I can ask for. And it is all coming online now in the simple things, in the things that we call well-being rituals. We talked about well-being rituals earlier this week, about what is it that you do ritualistically that serves your highest good. You know, we get caught up in cycles of showing up for other people ritualistically that don't inspire growth, that don't inspire expansion, that don't allow us to truly embody our true authentic expression. So the moment we begin to become aware, as I taught in our first alignment boot camp, awareness versus survival. Once you become aware that you have the wheel and that you control the wheel by how you show up for yourself unapologetically, you begin to truly impact the world in a very, very big way. And one person can change the world, especially if that one person is embodying the love frequency. However do you want it? However do you need? We ain't going back and forth. We're just going higher and higher into the frequency of love. That's what I'm talking about today. For those of you who are just showing up, I wanted to just shine a little light into the darkness, as I've learned that love is the master key. And that master key begins by me truly, truly loving on me. You know, as someone who's typically a people pleaser, I want everyone to be well. That was the lesson that I had to, that was the gift and the blessing. I'll say that. That is the energy that I've been given as to be of service, right? I want to serve others. But there was a time in my life where me serving others and me showing up for others was a detriment to my own well-being, because I didn't know that I'm supposed to align to my truth first, fill my cup first, allow what I give to others to come from the overflow of what I've already given myself. Ding, 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 ding. What you give to others should be from the overflow of what you've already given yourself. Come on now. We loving on me. We loving on we. We're loving on our own self unapologetically. And once our cups have been full to the brim, we allow the continued loving on ourselves to overflow into the lives of others, be it in our truth, you know, speaking your truth, showing up in truth, loving on you, and allowing that love to radiate in you and through you. This is how we all begin to grow. I had shared on my last TikTok a pyramid of energy and how energy rises and what frequency each energy holds. Understand, we are all carrying some sort of frequency, whether it be at the lowest low or if it's at the highest high. But it is up to you to know what's inside. And once you know what you're carrying, what energy, what frequency, you can begin to align to the truth of what's in you and how that truth has come to truly make you free. You are free. You are free indeed. But what makes you free is your knowing of the frequency, the knowing and the awareness to continue to rise to the next frequency, to the next frequency, to the next frequency, all in the energy of love, moving away from fear as you lean into the things that make you afraid. This is where you learn to trust your own divine nature, knowing that if you're leaning into your fears, you're leaning in to get what's there, because there's something there for you. That's why you're afraid of it. That's why you don't want to go there. That's why you feel stagnated or stuck, because what you need is on the other side of that fear. And understand, it's all illusion. It's all a creative expression. Each and every day we get to choose what happens next. Who says you have to continue doing things that no longer serve? At any point, you can change. You can make a different choice. You can begin to see your life from your third eye's view and begin to move toward that in the things that you do, in how you show up for you. Understanding that the moment you show up for you, everyone else, everything else that you could hope for, desire, or wish for will show up too. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's easy breezy, because some things will show up to test you as well, to see if you are truly determined or steadfast and unmovable, unshakable in the truth of who you are. The more you can do this, the more you can focus on what does love feel like? What does love look like? How do I express love? How do I receive love? How do I show love? What does love look like? What is love here to teach me? How does love hold me? How does love show me that I am safe, that I'm supported, that I'm guided, that I'm directed? And who am I becoming in the process? You know, we are who we say we are. We can have what we say we want, but we have to be able to hold the frequency. And this is where we are calling in all of the frequency holders, all of the high vibrational frequency holders, to begin to show up unapologetically, not dimming your light, not feeling like you have to shrink, not feeling like you have to do things that you already know make you weak. Ding, 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 ding. No, we are standing stronger together, understanding that we are shifting the world around us one soul at a time. And we all get to do this. Every single living, breathing being is being called forth to shift their awareness into their true beingness. I understand this message will go out to those that are ready and those that have eyes to see and ears to hear. This is our time of becoming. This is the divine siblinghood of expansion, of growth, of love, of all things God. And this is how it begins, by showing up and doing something that you have never done before. And that's what I did this week. Even on top of showing up to my 9 to 5, still showing up for my passion, my purpose, my inner work for me in the process, so that I can continue to have my cup be overflowing, so that what I share will be full of love, full of life, full of activation and well-being, because you truly do get to choose to live aligned and crowned. We have royalty in our DNA, but we must unlock it. Or I invite you to unlock it. You know, maybe you're good where you're at. That's peace. But for those of you who are feeling the pull, feeling the call, feeling the desire to go to the next level, I am here to support you in that journey. Again, we will be hosting the 8-week immersive of Aligned and Crowned, the boot camp, where we are creating our lifestyle design alignment blueprint so that we can truly begin to plan our lives so that we can receive all that we have been sent to embody. So if you haven't already, please check me out, send me a DM. We have went over the first class, but we still have so much more to go. And you can get in on this if you feel called. So, I am your host, speaking out and fixing crayons in the process, as I am truly learning to grow, glow, and flow. Until next time, sending you all so much peace, so much love, and so much good vibes. Remember, you are the message. You are the voice. You are the power. And it is your choice. You are the dream come true. Whatever happens next is truly, truly, truly up to you. Until next time, have an amazing evening, and I will be back at the House of Shakim tomorrow. Sending you all peace and love. Good night.